had this as what they nicknamed Hell's Bed and Breakfast. Because they couldn't bury the bodies, they would stash them. Now when they did the exorcism, the house just trembled like it had its own little earthquake. There was a picture of Mary, and there was a letter opener stabbed into Mary's picture.
Mrs. Dandy would call my mom and ask if I could come up. Just come up and calm the place down. And I was able to do that for quite a while until, as we put it, all hell broke loose.
Literally just a second ago, I heard footsteps up here. Haven't even started the investigation yet, either. Crazy.
Zach, it just went... Okay.
Not gonna lie, it feels like something's grabbing my ankles right now. Oh shit.
No, did you? Yeah, I keep hearing stuff from the fucking closet. Oh my god.
You okay?
That is so fucking clear.
Oh. Girl.
I got chills, bro.
I got fucking
That's fucking crazy!
Clearest EVP ever gotten.
Well, that's a good start.
My name is Zach Wenzel, and for the past 10 years, my crew and I have been investigating the paranormal. Spending overnight in some of the most haunted locations to try and debunk claims of spirits and manifestations,
I'm shaking
while
right
also
now.
trying to find proof of the afterlife. Along the way, we've experienced terrifying unexplained phenomena, and have further learned the truth behind life after death. These are our journeys, our adventures. Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we are Blood Moon Paranormal.
Where do you want to start?
Let's start from the beginning.
Well, the house was built in 1853, and the legend is two brothers, Richard and Ian. Now they do have those names documented. They had this as what they nicknamed Hell's Bed and Breakfast. The legend says that there was a stagecoach that came through here. This was like a hub to Buffalo, New York. And he would let people come in. He would house their horses in the barn, give them a hot meal, let them stay the night in one of the rooms, and then rob them and murder them. Now the southern tier gets very, very cold, and we get a lot of snow. Because they couldn't bury the bodies, they would stash them, and mostly in the barn. But what happens is the bodies still decompose if they're not frozen solid.
Right.
So things seep into the ground.
Basically, it was a stagecoach that ran from Cuba to Olean. There was a stagecoach stop about halfway where they could change the horses or get some work done on it. And it was near the Dandy House.
Okay. Do you know if there was any, for sure knowledge about Ian and Richard?
The actual things that they did and stuff all came from a psychic.
Based on what Randy said, it's hard to determine if the story of Ian and Richard is actually true. Back in the 1800s, record keeping was almost non-existent, so we'll take these two murder brothers with a grain of salt during our investigation.
So we're going to move up to the 60s, and a lady had different parcels of acreage. Somehow along the way, she was no longer able to afford the land, so she started selling parcels off. But in 1974, the Dandys moved in. Now, Phil Dandy worked in Buffalo, which isn't very far away. Clara was a home, well, she worked at Bosie's for a while, and then she was a homemaker and had 4 children. 3 girls and a boy, Mike, Laura, Beth, and Mary. Mary, Clara, and Beth are still alive. Laura and Mike are deceased. Well, it started out quite benign. Things would happen, and if you have siblings and something happens and your parents go, who did that? Who did it? Either I don't know or not me. Every family has a not me. And that's what was going on there was, everybody was saying, not me, not me. And one time she came home, it was late July, so it was very hot, and all the burners were on and the oven was on. And all her children were with her, so she knew something was up. This was not one of the kids. And then things started getting exacerbated. They came home one time. See where those 3 mirrors are up there? There was a picture of Mary, and there was a letter opener stabbed into Mary's picture. Poor Clara was absolutely abused over it. Nobody wanted to believe her because taps wasn't a thing, ghost hunters wasn't a thing. This was not something you talked about in 1974. But the more the people came around, the worse it got.
So you said that you were close with the Dandys, right?
Yes.
So you've been inside the Dandy house, I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
What was your experience in the house? Like, just kind of tell me a little bit about what happened there for you.
Actually, I became friends with Mike, and he had told me that his house was haunted and stuff, and he had planned to spend the night at my house. So, but his mom called him up and said that there was something going on at the house and that he should come home. So, being a good friend, we'll just trade. I'll go to his house and spend the night. Well, evidently there was things going on there, and that's why the mother wanted Mike home. But when I got there, everything stopped. I spent the night there, and nothing happened. I felt nothing. It was fine. Every time things would start happening, Mrs. Dandy would call my mom and ask if I could come up, whether it be a school night or what. Just come up and calm the place down. And I was able to do that for quite a while until one Labor Day weekend, when I think it was Labor Day weekend, that one, as we put it, all hell broke loose, and I couldn't calm anything down. People would see something in the upstairs windows, and they'd run outside to see what was outside the windows, and then somebody else would scream that was inside the house, that there was something inside the house now. And it was just a night that everybody was seeing everything. I could feel the panic in everybody's demeanor and stuff, and just knew that there was something there, but I didn't know what it was.
Where you're sitting is where Father Al did the exorcism. Now, when they did the exorcism, and Paul Kenyon was here for that, and he did experience this and hear it, the house screamed and shook. The house just trembled like it had its own little earthquake. Laura was the most affected by the house. Her and Mary were out swimming in the pond one day, and Laura swims up to Mary and she said, I'm not going to live to see 30. At 32, just before she turned 32, she took an overdose of her medication. They think it was deliberate. She was just so over the things that were going on here. In 2007, we came here. It was 32 degrees in the house. I don't even know what it was outside. It was February. That window, and only that window, was black with flies. and they just came out and just started dive bombing our heads.
What can you tell us about your experiences in the Dandy House? You said you were close to Mike.
Let's see, Plank Road, well, as the crow flies, maybe a mile away from the house. Actually, we were looking for remnants of stagecoach run to figure out exactly where it was running through. As we were walking, looking for things like that, the air started getting heavy. Everything got hard to breathe and very hard to get around and stuff.
Like heavy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Hanging tree.
Yeah.
Dan has his theory, but I was told something completely different. And I was down at the pond and we were working with a spirit box. Now, I'm clairaudient, so I hear like as if you guys are sitting talking to me. And this strange voice said they have it all wrong. And I said, okay, who are you? Where are you from? And what is your name? And she said, they call me Pearl. I'm Indian. And they have it wrong about the hanging tree. And she said, the master of the house put a baby in me. When the mistress found out, because I started to show, they hung me in the tree. And it just made so much sense. There, she was buried in a white gown. People have seen a lady in a white gown at that window. Can I show you some pictures?
I captured a cat. This is why they're waiting for their animal ghosts. Me and Nixter. A little bit. Like rough. What? Good? There's a foot, like someone put their foot down. I mean, that's what I put down. Yeah.
That was.
You hear footsteps from upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know Grace just put. I did it.
No. I heard like do.
Little ears.
Literally just a second ago, I heard footsteps up here when they were talking and showing pictures. So I'm coming up here real quick just to see, because I'm like, what was that? Like, baffled right now. It's like midday, man. Like, honestly, kind of sounded like children's footsteps. It was like do. Like, right up here, they were talking downstairs about it, about some other stuff that's happening in here, and just heard it through them. I mean, we weren't recording, of course we weren't, but that was weird. Haven't even started the investigation yet, either. Crazy stuff.
Alright, y'all. Oh! It's only getting so high. Oh! I'm gonna say we're getting some EMF spikes. Grace went over by this doll that is locked up in this glass case just due to safety reasons. Apparently, if you touch the doll, you tend to have some issues like it's right here. Safety and vehicle issues. It started going off by the doll. So, oh, it spiked to first red.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good start.
Right on.
Shit. A little spirit about waist height on me. Okay. And I asked if it was nice.
Zach, it just went.
Go to it.
Okay.
Go to it.
Okay. Is this the same person we were talking to earlier with the EMF? Oh.
No fucking way.
Girl.
Do you like the music box better?
Did you?
Yeah. Thank you for answering. Oh my god. So you're a female? That's a yes.
Arms?
That was weird how it's like, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Is this Pearl?
It's Pearl.
It's Pearl.
Pearl.
Hi!
You have a really pretty name.
Yes. Where? Where? Like where? Like
Close.
where?
Is that how you got your name? You were wearing pearls? It's crazy how stuff was like coming through, like even
No
when
Out of
we,
control.
even when we moved the music box, like stuff was still coming through on the Oculus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like even take the music box out of it, stuff was coming through with the EMF meter. The
It
kid
was.
too was like, you know,
She was kicking all the way up. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
we get a lot of crap about not blindfolding ourselves during our Estes sessions. So tonight we're gonna do that because I never usually do that, just because I feel like it's an extra step that doesn't need to be taken. But we're just gonna do it to make some people happy.
Look at him all posted up.
So I have no clue what they're gonna be asking me. So and I won't be able to even like see, like to read their lips. Won't be able to even do that.
Pearl, are you still here with us?
There's weirdly talking underneath the static, like it's trying to come through, but it can't.
If you don't have enough energy, you can drain any of these batteries you want. I have a watch on my hand right now. You can drain that. My phone
I was to say.
is right next to her lemonade if you want to drain that battery.
We got camera
We
batteries.
got camera batteries. We got an iPad.
I got my phone you
The
can
same voice,
drain.
it's trying to come through, but it's trying to fight the static really badly. It either said hi or am I. It was a female voice.
Hi.
Hello.
Really distant, said who's up.
At this moment, Grace is hearing talking somewhere in the house. Unfortunately, our cameras were unable to pick it up.
Are you talking in the house right now?
Not gonna lie, it feels like something's grabbing my ankles right now. From like underneath the chair.
Are you touching Zach?
If you haven't, yeah, can you put an EMF by it? Real quick just to see.
Are you touching Zach?
How's that?
I don't like how it said that while I'm like right here. You hearing stuff over there?
I thought I saw something. I wanted to put it in my audio.
Don't.
Oh.
Don't what?
You said that you saw something out of the corner of your eye and he went, don't. Do you not want Grace to see something? Are you afraid Grace is gonna see you? That's impressive. I did hear that.
You did hear that?
Do you want to go check it real quick?
I ain't going nowhere. You can go check it. I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay.
Shorty.
You got eyes on him.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, that's Debbie?
Oh. Debbie, is that you? No, so it sounded like talking when I was at the edge of the couch, but then it started to turn into water. But beforehand, we heard like two separate, like, heavy. Oh my god, Grace got it. Go back under. Whatever was by your ankles is saying hello now.
Do you want to go under?
Yeah.
You want blindfold or no?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I'll be mindful.
It really did sound like there was something trying to come through underneath the static, and the voice that was coming through was very consistent.
Okay.
Very consistent underneath the
What did
static.
it sound like?
It was like a male voice,
Frederick, is that you?
and the male voice was very consistent. But, like,
Okay.
it was so underneath the static, I couldn't understand what it was saying.
Yeah.
So
After several minutes under Estes, Grace took her headphones off because of something strange.
You okay?
You've been here this entire time. Yes, you haven't moved.
Yeah, no.
Because right here, it sounds like there's somebody like, it's like like singing. It's like this weird. It hasn't stopped since I put the headphones on.
Like female?
No, it's like this, kind of, but it's like this deeper female voice. But it's literally all been on this side, and then every once in a while you get like a return on this side, but it's not like a popular song.
Yeah.
Like every once in a while we'll get Adele, but this is like this sounds like a humming,
like a
humming kind of like
non-radio.
I don't want to say it like that, but it's almost like if you've ever listened to like music that was sung by slaves back in the day. If you've ever listened to one of those songs, it's got that same kind of like rhythm to it.
Rhythm, kind of like
it's right here.
if there's someone in the house, can you make a loud noise?
Scan voice.
Turn the spirit box on.
Potential.
Turn the spirit box on.
Okay. Like, Estes spirit box or open?
Just open for now.
Right on. Got it?
After about 10 minutes of nothing coming through our SB7, we decided to bring out our digital recorder to see if we can catch any EVPs, or electro voice phenomenon.
We're gonna do the same thing we did last time. We're gonna go around the room. I'm gonna ask a question. We're gonna wait 10 seconds. You're gonna ask a question.
Okay.
Wait 10 seconds. You're gonna ask the questions. We're gonna go through twice.
Twice?
Twice.
Okay.
Now recording. Is there anybody here with us?
How old are you?
What's your name?
What happened to you here?
Do you like when people come to the house and visit you?
Did you live here?
Let's listen to it.
Now recording. Is there anybody here with us? Now recording. Is there anybody here with us?
I can't tell if it's the water dripping or not.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like it says me right after I ask.
Is there anybody here with us?
Yo!
Do you hear that?
Show Grace that. Listen to this shit. Like...
Is there anybody here with us?
Ooh.
You hear that?
Yeah. No, because, like, I don't think it would be, like, you breathing out or me breathing out.
But it does... I'm more a little worried about the water dripping. Let's listen to the rest of it.
How old are you? What's your name?
Cat ball.
What happened to you here?
Cat ball.
Nobody moved their feet?
Nope.
Hello?
I think I heard something after your question as
My
well.
question?
After your question. You asked... What'd you ask? The first question you asked.
What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your name? I heard that shit. I heard that shit from here.
You heard that, right?
Hi.
That my foot.
To you here.
What's your name?
You hear that?
What happened to you here?
It
It's-
sounded
it's-
like my or Mike.
But it sounds like there's two things that it tries to say. It sounds like it says and then it sounds like it says something like it stops, and then it says something after that.
Yeah.
Like it's reassessing the question.
Like
Yeah.
my name or
My-
something like that.
What's your name?
It sounds like it says my name is. That's what it sounds like. That's actually what it sounds like. That's fucking crazy.
No, this
Name
It-
is I'm dead.
it's weird because as you're reviewing this, the capball's going off.
Well, I
and
just
off.
stopped my.
No, this was before that.
But it was before that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was
I am-
before that. It was already lit up when you stomped your
I got
feet.
chills, bro.
I got fucking goosebumps right now. It's like.
This is probably the clearest and most intelligent EVP we've ever captured. This eerie voice responding to our question sent shivers down our spine. Let's listen to it again.
That's fucking crazy.
That is cool. Did you guys hear something in there just like 2 seconds ago?
No, did you?
I keep hearing stuff from the fucking closet.
That's
It's cool.
Wild.
So no, okay, so I keep hearing stuff in the closet like a very like a creak. My name. I don't want to turn around.
There's nobody back there.
I know.
I hated that.
That is so fucking clear. Like
My
that
name
is
is.
probably the clearest EVP we've ever gotten. And that hasn't been going off the whole time.
Nope, not at all.
What's it on right now?
I don't know, and I'm scared.
So two things are gonna happen. You are going to be blindfolded.
Yeah.
And we're gonna use the whiteboard to ask the questions this time.
Ooh.
So
Oh, because we're moving the TikTok up,
This
so
way-
there's no need
well-
for the whiteboard.
yeah, But the reason why we're doing that is because some people say we're trying to eliminate all possibilities of contamination of them hearing the questions being asked.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do is, first of all, we're eliminating eyesight, so they can't read lips.
Mhm.
Second of all, by writing it on the whiteboard, we're eliminating the fact that they could possibly hear us. And I got this idea from Philip Gibson from Heart City Paranormal. So shout out to him.
Thank
his
you,
channel.
Philip.
Yes, thank you. It's gonna be cool. We're gonna see what happens. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll do 3 questions and I'll pass it to you.
Okay.
I'll let you write one, and then I'll show it.
What if the spirits can't read?
Well, we're gonna find out. Here we go.
Something came through. I couldn't understand what it was though. I don't know if I'm like tripping or not, but it sounded like really far in the distance. It was really clear though. It said, okay.
After going through several questions on the whiteboard, we sense the experiment isn't working, but Emily is still receiving some responses through the spirit box regardless.
It kind of sounds like what you guys were describing. I'm not trying to be like that, but like it sounds like there is a male voice that's just kind of talking, but like it's super like distant and underneath the static.
Alright, I think we pull her out of it because nothing.
Oh, that was really bright. That was sad.
Yeah, nothing.
I know, nothing.
Like
barely
we
anything.
tried with this, and like the responses that were coming through did not make sense.
Okay.
Can't read.
Yeah.
That was one of them. Yeah, okay. Alright, shorties.
We have some. Oh my god.
Shoulder?
Oh.
Hunting view. Chart.
I was gonna say we. Oh my god.
Burning. Triangle.
I won't be ashamed. He's like, no.
Damn.
I was gonna say we have a couple of pieces of equipment for you to interact with us with. You already figured out the ovulus. We have an EMF on the floor, and we have some cameras if you just wanna talk to us through the cameras.
Nighttime?
Nighttime? Does it pass your bedtime?
What?
It's a prop.
Prop.
What are you looking for? Prop?
Oh.
Disturb snap.
Oh, I'll start shaking, dude.
Don't even.
Hey,
I would shit myself.
that'll put the icing on the cake. All right, we Gucci.
Yeah. Is there anybody here with us right now?
I heard something very faint, but it sounded like it tried to say something, but the static was too loud to cover it.
Can you try that again?
Something came through pretty quick. It was a female voice.
Can you slow down just a little bit so Emily can understand you better?
Ooh, another female voice came in. It was 2 syllables, but very quiet.
Okay, now speak a little bit louder.
You almost got it.
Almost there.
You.
Well, I'm Zach.
I'm Grace.
And that's Emily with the headphones on. How are you familiar with us? Can you tell us your name? I can get like anxious though.
Same.
Like I need to start moving around. I don't know why. Like I don't want to be in one spot. I want to like walk around the room. Are you making us feel anxious?
It sounds like a male, like, talking like before underneath the static, just kind of chit-chatting.
I don't know why. I just feel anxious.
Can't hear anything that he's saying, though. It's really quiet.
You okay?
What's
wrong?
I'm like in the same boat you are, but like.
You done?
Something came through, but it got cut off halfway through the word.
You okay?
It's like I have this like. Mm-mm.
You can do some baller questions. I don't care at this point. Call Frederick.
I think he's here. And that's why
Something
we feel
came
this
through
way.
the spirit box after I said that, though.
Huh?
She said something came through the spirit box after she said that. Hey, we just want to know who we're talking to. There's like a lot of tension going on right now. I just want to know who I'm talking to, who's making us feel this way.
How that male voice was coming through being under the static. Now I'm kind of like hearing a female voice kind of like talking underneath everything.
It's a little heavy up here. But like nothing's coming through. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that's coming through is the same shit we've been getting all night or through the Estes method. We're gonna get going soon. Is there anything you want to tell us? Is my attachment here right now?
You.
Bruh.
Who? Me?
There's a different voice from the other use.
Dude,
Dumb
come on.
motherfucker!
It sounded like, ooh,
Stupid!
Yo.
like an intrigued.
The instant change in voice and interest makes me further think that I have an attachment. The second I mention it, it instantly starts responding to me. It's almost like it was waiting for me to acknowledge it.
Look what you did. Look at what you've done.
We're coming to visit you soon. How do you feel about that? Hello? That might have been you moving that caused like it. Oh shit.
What?
Yo,
That male voice is back that's just talking.
I keep hearing footsteps in here. Alright, I'm gonna pull her out.
Okay.
Yeah, it got a little heavy up here.
Yeah, I started hearing a guy come through, and then it like...
Yeah.
It was weird.
My dumbass asked if my attachment was here and it said... What did it say?
He said, ah!
Oh,
It was like you.
Stupid!
And then right after that I started hearing footsteps in here.
Right on.
Like clear as day. The responses weren't coming through very clear. Obviously it was doing the under the static thing.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I brought up the attachment thing, it was like...
Oh, is that why it picked up?
Yeah, it started picking up. I was like, oh, fuck,
Damn,
man.
let me go my unders and do it.
No,
Let me talk to Zach's attachment, please!
Hell no. No, I'm okay right now. I'm good.
Wait, is spooky go in there?
Huh?
Is it spooky in there?
It's heavy in there. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm good. The Hinsdale house was very interesting. I've heard a lot of mixed things about this house, and I wasn't sure what to expect coming in here. So coming in, I was just very like open-minded about it being possibly not haunted at all. But the second we got that EVP, it was, yeah, it changed my mind. This place is haunted, no doubt.
I honestly didn't know what to really expect. Like, I've seen photos of the exterior, I've seen some of the interior, but like sizing wise, I didn't know really what to expect. I honestly thought it was going to be a little bigger on the inside, but like the pond in the back is so beautiful. Like, I got to walk on the little dock and like walk around in that area, so that really like was like a wow factor for me, especially getting to go up those stairs into the woods area. That was super cool. I feel like it reminds me of Velisca and the Conjuring house 100%. Like, especially with the history here and all of that, it gives me kind of Conjuring house vibes. The sizing and just kind of like the layout gives me Velisca vibes. Like the stairways are very similar.
It surpassed my expectations. It made me realize I didn't know shit about this house. Despite my research, I didn't know shit about this house. So yeah, it surpassed my expectations. Billie, I knew a lot of what she was talking about, and I knew of it all. But then when we got down to it, and she started describing others that I didn't know, and then the other names that were popping up on the Ovilus, it was definitely way more than I expected.
Like I said, the EVP was absolutely incredible. That was the first time I've ever used digital recorder like that, so it was really cool to experience getting an EVP that was very clear
and very much responded to our question.
I thought it was cool that it answered my question. And I thought it was fucking, that chills. That shit was freaky. I was like, that's wild. That's like the freakiest thing I've ever seen heard in my entire life. We don't normally get to do EVPs, or we just don't prioritize that because we have all this other equipment that we like to use. So that was super cool that we got to try out a new recorder and get that EVP. Because it was just like hey, let's just do this EVP real quick, and then we actually got something, which was super cool. And then I also liked how the music box started to start to go off, because that was just, we weren't expecting it. It just started happening, and we were just like, get a camera, like let's. This was as we were setting it up too. So most definitely the EVP and just all of the music box stuff that we got.
Would you ever come back here?
Yes, in a heartbeat. Love to come back to every location, just because you never know what you get next time. You never get to know who you're going to talk to. The amount of spirits here, I know we didn't get to talk to them all, and I most definitely want to try to at least get through over half.
Yeah, I think I would come back. This house is very, very interesting. I think it has like a very close resemblance of Velisca, so I think I would definitely want to come back, and I feel like we can get it even more active than what we did tonight. Tonight was pretty active, so I have high hopes for this place. With that, our night was at an end. If you were wondering if an 8.5 hour drive to a small farmhouse on a hill in the middle of the woods in southern New York was worth it, it was. This tiny white house packs a punch that we were not ready for. Even though we got the activity we did, we all knew it could be even more active. We will be back to the Hinsdale house. But one question still looms that almost seems unrelated. Was this my attachment? Is my attachment here right now?
You. It was a different voice from the other yous.
The same entity that came through during our investigation at Malvern Manor and the Davies house?
Swear it said Zach.
Is that you here?
Hey, whoa, that was so weird. Zach.
That was loud as fuck. That was literally my name.
Oh no, it said Zach.
I swear I just said hi, Zach, again. I'm not joking.
Do you want Zach to go somewhere?
It's gonna say attic. If it says something, it's gonna say attic.
Oh?
Everything seems related to one place. One place with almost no connection to these. And we will be returning to that one place. See you soon, Reverend.